Good morning, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Stacy Biddle. I am a career facilitator in the Goodwill Workforce Development Department. Woo, if I could spit that out, in Columbus, Ohio. Today, we are going to talk about what color is your dot, how we communicate both in the workplace and in our personal life. So joining with me today is Victor. He'll be moderating the conversation in the chat box. Please feel free to ask questions, comments, whatever. Join us today in our discussion. Thank you so much again for tuning in. Again, my name is Stacy, and we're going to try this one more time. I am a career facilitator in the Workforce Development Department of Goodwill Columbus. Okay, great. So also, don't forget to like, follow, share our workforce development page on Facebook. We are also on YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram, all the social media sites. We got you covered. We have all kinds of resources there. We have trainings, programs that you can enter. Contact us and we will get back to you and help you in any way we can. So thanks again. And we are going to talk about dots. What color is your dot? This is a style of communication that was developed by David Dixon and Chris Boone. And what that is that each of us kind of associate with a color of a dot. And that represents how we communicate, how we send messages, and how we like to receive them. So if you know what your dot is, and perhaps the color of someone else's dot that you're trying to communicate with, perhaps you're trying to send a message, you're trying to tell them something, you can adjust your message to how they like to receive them. So that promotes, efficiency, helps reduce misunderstandings, and overall just makes us all happy, right? Okay, so let's learn about them today. I'm going to share my screen. Here we go. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. It is nice outside. I know after this, I am going to go outside and do my work. Okay, so here we go. Welcome. Understanding Communication Styles, presented to you by Goodwill Columbus Workforce Development. Say hi to Victor for me in the chat box. And again, my name is Stacy. All right, so DOTS was communicated by David Dixon and Chris Boone to help corporations and people learn how to handle communication in a better, more effective way. The dots represent different styles of communication. While you identify mostly with one color, the fact is at different times and at different situations, we all communicate in different ways. So in other words, you might have one dominant dot style, but you can use all four dots. So let's find out what color is your dot. All right, so Dixon and Boone narrowed communication styles to four types representing four different colors. You have the red, the purple, the yellow, and the blue. So let's go over what these mean. The purple dot, the visionist. If your dominant style of communication is through inner knowings, then you are a purple dot. You can't always explain how you know what you know, just you know. Others might wonder how you seem to know the things you know. In fact, you probably even respond to people with the words, I know. As a result, you are concerned about the future and often think of ideas or create plans that cause yourself to think that you are ahead of your time. Purple dots are quick-witted, energetic, imaginative, creative, talkative, curious, flexible, and unpredictable. Purple dots often think of the future in the big picture of life. The red dot, the rationalist. If you are high in red, you have a deeper understanding of what life is about, but have very little time for details. Your thinking comprises of words, phrases, and uncluttered ideas. When you stick to your own ideas, your projects are more successful. You tend to be creative with your solutions to problems. This is because you like original ideas and actions rather than traditional ones. People who are strong in their red dot nature tend to be good leaders because they can give clear, simple directions that others can easily follow. Red dots tend to be cautious, thoughtful, hesitant until they know people well, then can be affectionate and caring. Red dots are very literal and aware of the physical world, uncompromising about personal standards, and diligent, conscientious, organized, and decisive. The yellow dot, the pictorialist. If you are high in yellow, you need to see things. You communicate with yourself and others through seeing mental pictures or symbols in your mind's eye. You can organize easily and need to arrange things so that there is a balance and harmony in your environment. You may have a photographic-like memory that can therefore easily remember names, dates, and places that you may have only seen once. Generally, yellow dots love tradition. When something seems unconventional or goes against tradition, yellow dots may begin to feel uncomfortable. Yellow dots are very time conscious. Being organized and striving for perfection is just natural behavior for the yellow dot. Blue dot, the sensationist. If you are high in blue, you tend to be very sensitive and pragmatic. Feelings are paramount, and blue dots like to be close to people whom they feel comfortable being around. If your blue dot nature is highly developed, you may use a lot of gestures when you speak. This helps you put your feelings into what you are communicating. The blue dot has an ability to calm a situation, which is of enormous benefit to other natures. Blue dots are quiet, pragmatic, caring, sensitive, and strong. They are articulate and tactful, highly empathetic but easily hurt, and productive, organized, and responsible. So, why is this important? Why are we talking about colors of dots today? Well, when you understand the ways you communicate, you can be more effective in your communications to others. Understand the way you react to others, and then think before you speak and why you should, and how you portray those messages that you are putting out there. When you understand that others communicate, you can adjust the way you communicate to their style, and this avoids misunderstandings and hurt feelings. Understand how others might react to you and develop a trust and a collaborative relationship. We relay a message through practically everything we do, every text we send, every email, every conversation. We are putting out messages. So when we understand the different styles of communication, we can be more effective in our own messages and the reception of others. Okay, so you're like, wow, Stace, that sounds pretty interesting. How do I know what color is my dot? Well, you probably, if you were, following along and reading, you were probably identifying here and there. You're like, yeah, that's kind of me. Ooh, wait a minute, that's kind of me too. Again, we do have different styles of communication. Sometimes, even though we have a dominant style of a dot color, you do have aspects of others. So here's what you can do. This is the site right here that you can go to find the quiz. So what I am going to do is kind of switch out real quick, and then I will reshare the quiz so that you can see what I'm talking about. All right. Okay, here we go. So if I pull this up, you can see it. Awesome. All right. So here's the website, inspireeffect.com/dots-quiz. Okay. So here's how this works. You go down here. It kind of tells you a little bit more about, what it's all about. You enter your email and you start. And then you can also go down here and say, purple dot, you click on here. It'll tell you a little bit more about each, but if you want to find out what your dot color is, you can go ahead and enter your email, and then you can then take the quiz. Now, this is a fun thing to do, especially I really like to enjoying doing this with my colleagues because it's really interesting and it is eye-opening. Like, oh, you're a yellow dot. That makes so much sense now, right? But think about it. You can do this with your friends and family too. Looking for something to do on those Zoom meetings, those Zoom social gatherings. Sometimes we play games or sometimes we just hang out. Why not do this? Pass this link on to others and like, hey, why don't you go ahead and take this quiz before we have this meeting and let's talk about it and have a good time with it. Something to do during these times when, we're trying to figure out, what can we do from home, and that it could be still fun and engaging and, and interesting and learning as well. So That's all about dots. What communication style are you? So thank you again for joining us today. Thank you to Victor for joining us and moderating our conversation. Please go ahead and search us on Facebook. If you're watching on YouTube right now, join us on Facebook as well. Goodwill Columbus Workforce Development Department. Like, follow, share. Send us an email, send us a text, whatever. We will get back to you and help you in any way possible, share our resources with you, and help you learn, advance, and grow in your career. So thank you. Everyone stay safe, get outside. Be sure to give us your feedback as well. Victor just went ahead and posted the link to our survey. We are always looking for new ideas and new topics to present on, to provide resources on. So please provide us with your feedback, and we will love to adjust, what we're putting out there for you to make this the most enjoyable and resourceful experience you can have. So thank you again for watching. Have a great day.